Okay, so this is the website I coded about the NFL, and I titled it The Greatest NFL Team because I talk mainly about the Packers. So I made a banner image here, so it gives the reader something to look at right from the start, and that seems interesting. And then I give a slight description of the NFL if they're new to the concept. I write a paragraph about the NFL, and I have an interesting image about all the 32 teams in the NFL.
Beautiful.
And then I added a table here where it shows all of the NFC North and how many playoff games they won and national championships they won. So the Packers have won 13 Super Bowls or national championships. They've won 34 playoff games and they've been to the 56. The Vikings have won 32 playoff games. Have been to 32 playoff games, have won 21, and have only won one Super Bowl before. The Lions have been to 20 playoff games. They have 7 wins, and then they have 4 national championship wins. And the Bears, they only have 1 national championship win, 17 playoff wins, and 35 playoff games. And I put in a star because I have like a disclaimer here. I'm counting NFL championship wins before the league merger happened.
Sure.
And then I would go on to say that my favorite team and the best team championship-wise is the Packers. And the table above only shows the Packers division, but we have the most national championships in the world.
Sure.
And our star quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, and I made him really big. Then, for more about Packers history, I put a YouTube video here, and you can just click on it to watch. And then a beginner's guide to American football, I put a link there, and you can click on it to watch. And then I have this at the top. So this is my homepage, the one about the NFL. There's a contact me page where the reader can type in their first name and their last name. Then they can put their gender, and then they can put feedback. And then about me, about the author, this is a picture of me. And then I listed 3 facts about myself. I'm 12. I really like the NFL. It's my favorite league. I live in Nashville, and I follow many sports, but football is my favorite to watch since I can't play it. My favorite to play is probably like soccer or tennis.
Okay, can you take me to your code? And talk about your code. How is your image hover code working? How's your form page working?
Okay, so this is my style CSS page. It's how I styled it. Like I gave it, I made a banner here, gave it a red outline, and put opacity. So the hover code is pretty interesting to me because if you go to box shadow and you scroll over it, it makes the shadow of the box bigger right there. And then opacity is what makes it lighter. So if I change the opacity, it wouldn't look as light. It doesn't look as light anymore. But that's what they do on a lot of websites. When you scroll over it, it makes it bigger and lighter, so the viewer knows what they're looking at. My top navigation bar, which is this, I coded it so that the color of the words are crimson. The text alignment is like it's all in the middle of its part, and then its padding is 14 pixels by 16 pixels. The text decoration is underlined. The font size is 17 pixels, and the font family is sans serif. Then I coded it some more. I put the background in sky blue. And then generic banner and Rogers image, I made a div class. I did that for TopNav too. I made a div class so I could. And when you make a div class, you can specially style one thing. So I made a div class for generic here for this picture, and I called it generic.
So you can treat each object separately.
Yeah, see how this one has red outline and banner style. See, this is banner. See how it's a red outline and banner style?
Yeah.
I coded it specifically like that. And then I made generic look different because I wanted it to look like that. And then I made Rogers look different, all because I made div classes. I could code each one separately.
Sure.
Then on my actual homepage, I made a div class for top now, so I can code that separately. And then I put H2 because I wanted it to be slightly larger
Mm-hmm.
than the rest of the words.
And what does H2 stand for?
It like makes the text bigger. That's what I know.
Okay, it's the heading, right? The second level of heading,
Oh, yeah,
H1, H2.
Heading 2.
Wonderful.
And then I put a paragraph P right here
Mm-hmm.
to show that I'm writing paragraph, and I have a typo there. There. And then here I made another div class, and then I thought this was pretty cool that I made a table
Mm-hmm.
to show, like, it's basically evidence for why the Packers are the best team. So this is table. This stands for table head.
Mm-hmm.
So the table head is division, team, playoff games, playoff wins, and Super Bowl wins. And then table row, and then table. Wait, I need this one.
Table data.
Yeah, table data.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Awesome. Anything else, Viraj, you'd like to cover?
I just wanted to show how I did the YouTube videos. I
Sure.
put iframe, and then I put the embed code
Mm-hmm.
so that they could watch it. And the same thing I did with image, except it said IMG SRC.
Very good.
And that's basically it.
Awesome. Give me a big round of applause for Viraj for awesome work and good presentation.